If you aren't allowed to question medicine and research studies, then it is not science. It's propaganda. Fear is one of the most effective tools when it comes to controlling people, and fear often stems from ignorance, the things you don't know. And ironically, we are sometimes afraid to even find the answer. In any case, if you aren't aware, there's a lot of debates about how to achieve an ideal diet in order to live your life to the fullest, or achieve an ideal body shape, or both. Unfortunately, there's a lot of fear-mongering from so-called experts, whether their claims are backed up by sources or not. But then you have those who make such ridiculous claims which simply must be questioned and not be taken seriously at face value. To my dismay, though I fully expected it, a significant amount of people are sheep, still blindly following the herd, despite the fact. Anyway, take a look at this right here.
Eating this is like smoking a pack of these. A recent study found that the amount of toxic chemicals like acrolein and aldehydes in a large fry at McDonald's is equivalent to what you get from smoking 25 cigarettes.
What the fuck?
A large fry at McDonald's is equivalent to what you get from smoking 25 cigarettes.
A handful of potato sticks is the same as a whole pack of cigarettes. Like seriously, be honest with yourself. For the sake of your health, if you had to choose, what would you rather consume once per day for 1 week, 1 month, or even a whole year? As someone who doesn't smoke and as someone who is in good shape, I can already tell you, there is no freaking way a large fry is gonna have a similar negative effect to my body like a whole pack of cigarettes. A whole pack! 25 of them! What are you gonna tell me next? That eating 1 Big Mac is similar to inhaling the smog inside a burning building? They really think we're that stupid, huh? This guy's called Paul Saladino, and he's apparently some kind of doctor. But as I just showed you, I have reasons to believe that is bullshit. Which is a word he loves using in his videos, by the way. In any case, here are some more examples of why I think that.
Protein powder, bullshit or not? Listen guys, why would you eat or drink a protein powder?
Great question. Some people have difficulty getting enough protein in. Now, not all of us will eat raw bull testicles, Paul. For some of us, a protein powder can be a convenient source of high-quality protein. You don't need it, but it is a nice, convenient, low-calorie, high-quality source of protein.
That is highly processed.
Oh no, processed! You realize anything done to food is considered processing? Like, just because it's processed doesn't mean it's bad. People have this association with, oh, processing is bad. Because we talk about things like ultra-processed foods and its association with disease and all of this kind of stuff. It's because highly processed or ultra-processed foods tend to have a lot more calories. That's why it's associated with disease. They've shown that if you switch people to ultra-processed foods, they spontaneously increase their intake. I don't know if I'd consider protein powder something that's gonna increase people's calorie intake. I mean, maybe, but there's no evidence to support that. Oh no, it's processed. Who cares? Like, if you heat something, it's considered processing it. It's just ridiculous argument. Anyway.
At extremely high temperatures, that is going to degrade so many of the vital nutrients in your...
Which nutrients, Paul? Which nutrients is that heat degrading? I think, Paul, you are confusing protein denaturation with degradation. Either one really doesn't matter because protein degradation is just talking about the breakdown of protein into its constitutive amino acids. Protein denaturation talks about the unfolding of the 3D conformational structure of a protein, both of which happen during digestion anyway. Your body does this anyway. In fact, cooking protein actually tends to make it more digestible, not less. So this whole, oh no, it's treated at high temperatures. Who freaking cares? If anything, it makes it more digestible.
Your food to make a beef, whey, or soy protein isolate when you could just eat real food with all those...
What's real food? Okay, the first part of this that I want to address, and in the story series he put up, he says, well, scientific research isn't perfect, you know, X, Y, Z.
Nutritional science is complicated. We don't have perfect studies for every question. There are a lot of humans who continue to suffer with thyroid issues, autoimmune issues, fatigue, pain, fibromyalgia, etc., who aren't really finding answers, often doing what mainstream nutritional science, or mainstream medicine, or even alternative medical sources are recommending to them.
Okay, this is a unicorn fallacy. Just because scientific research isn't perfect doesn't mean we back it up to the dumpster and dump all of it in the trash. And oh, by the way, he's still citing scientific research papers in animals. Where are the human studies? Now, this video came about because I put up a comment asking for him to show any human control trials demonstrating that broccoli caused weight gain, reduction in BMR, or any kind of negative impact to the thyroid. And of course, he couldn't do that because they don't exist. And in fact, there are human randomized control trials showing that it doesn't negatively impact the thyroid and that it doesn't cause you to gain weight. In fact, if anything, it helps with weight loss. So in Paul's original video, he said, you don't want to eat broccoli. It has isocyanates. That can inhibit the absorption of iodine, which is going to negatively impact your thyroid, which can cause a lowering of your metabolic weight and weight gain. The research doesn't back that up, and if anything, says the opposite. So there's nothing to support what he's saying in humans, and if anything, there's the opposite. His response to that, since the studies don't support what he's saying, is to then try to say, well, research isn't perfect and we don't need randomized control trials. I've seen this in my clinical practice. Where is your clinical practice registered? You didn't include clinical practice. You included comments from Instagram. So let me get this straight. Scientific research, comments on Instagram.
Okay, time to pitch in with the point I want to personally make here. While Paul does admit that scientific research isn't perfect, which is a disclaimer saying that things, or at least a lot of things, cannot be determined right away, he is also saying with stone-faced confidence that eating one large fries at McDonald's is the same as smoking 25 cigarettes.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Did you know that until 1990, McDonald's used to cook their French fries in beef tallow? But since then, the French fries have 19 ingredients and they cook them in 4 different types of seed oils. So here's the story. Phil Sokoloff was a very wealthy American businessman who had a heart attack in the 1960s. He was convinced, like many people were at that time in history, that saturated fats from animals were to blame for his heart attack. And he used his resources to mount a smear campaign against saturated animal fats and McDonald's French fries. Eventually, McDonald's caved under the pressure and switched to seed oils, which contain toxic byproducts like aldehydes and acrolein found in cigarettes when you heat them for the French fries. Consumers also complained and missed the beef taste from the tallow, so McDonald's now adds beef flavoring to their French fries made from wheat and milk ingredients. I wish McDonald's would just go back to cooking their French fries in tallow. So here's my challenge to McDonald's. If you cook your French fries in tallow at any location in the United States, anywhere in the world, I will fly there, eat your French fries, and do content about it. I'm challenging you, McDonald's. Cook your fries in tallow again.
Wait, what did you just say at the end there?
So here's my challenge to McDonald's. If you cook your French fries in tallow at any location in the United States, anywhere in the world, I will fly there, eat your French fries, and do content about it.
What's stopping you from doing content about it now? Can't you just spread the message by showing up at McDonald's with tallow cooked fries right now? In fact, why must McDonald's directly participate in your content like this? Yeah, I'm starting to think Paul is no doctor. He's just a grifter. I don't think he actually cares about other people and their health struggles. He just wants an excuse to pump out videos and collect money from ad revenue.
One of the things that bugs me the most when I'm traveling is that you can almost always only get water in plastic in airports, which is why I realized you can actually bring a coconut on the plane. So here I've got essentially spring water plus some good coconut sugar, magnesium in a conveniently packaged coconut with no PFAs, no other bullshit from the plastic that's leaching into your water. But this kind of stuff, even though it's cold in the airport, you just don't know how long this has been in this plastic bottle, if it's been warm, if it's been in the sun.
Oh, come on. This is just overkill.
If I can avoid it, I'm never going to drink water in plastic, especially not in an airport, but I'm going to bring some coconuts on the plane.